Yep, the game's starting, guys. It is game 2 in our match. NoBeaches lead the score 1-0. Match point here for them in this best of 2. Can KEBABs tie it? We're gonna find out. Cataphracts and Shieldmaiden is still the bends, of course. Alright, guys, let's see how much cap we get this game.
So I'm specifically looking at NoBeaches side right here. I want to see whether they go cav-centric again, which already kind of looks to have changed a little bit. Still a lot of cav, but not as much as I was expecting.
Well, you keep looking at NoBeaches, I'm looking at KEBABs, and I'm seeing cav for almost every single player here.
That is true. So maybe cav is the way to go for the defense of this map, and then infantry for the attack. But that is a stark contrast. I was just looking at every second unit on NoBeaches, and everything was all of it was cav. So
I just want to mention how many Chevaliers KEBABs is bringing. That's very like every other unit is Chevalier. Yeah, look at the bottom, like all the way across, especially that muster. It's all Chevaliers. Definitely a lot of anti-cav from the side of from NoBeaches as well, but we'll have to see how they utilize it.
A lot of teams opting for the Halberdier Sergeant, by the way. Something I've noticed as their filler purple unit rather than anything else. So it's something I do, but I've never used the unit. Can't say anything about it, but I have noticed since last season it's changed a lot.
They adjusted the AI on it. The AI on it used to be a little bit broken. They just copy and pasted the blue Halb AI and put it onto the now purple Halbs. Now, that's what basically fixed them.
Well, they're definitely a very fun unit to play with. I love playing them in my sieges, especially with the purple meta now.
No sallies just yet onto those cannons. There is guard units on there. They're only basic guard units.
Yeah, KEBABs has shown us how easily they held off that Sally, and they decided to not do it. It looks like they don't want to waste any resources there.
It does make sense. I mean, you don't do it when there is Falcons available, in fairness. Because that breach is going down. You may have reduced the time by, what, 30 seconds? But that breach will go down.
Exactly.
If there is NoBeaches actually opting to push the right tower, by the way, something KEBABs did not opt to do, rather than just making sure they got one tower, they've opted not to do this.
Yep. Another unit we're seeing a lot today, we haven't talked about it yet, is Claymores actually. I've seen it in almost all of our matches, I feel, and also now we can see it with KEBABs. There's 2 Claymores being played, 3 actually, 3 Claymores being played. They're also very high burst damage unit that can take out almost any unit once they're in there for freedom mode.
Claymore is definitely very high performing unit currently. They're competing directly with those what are they called, the berserkers, for those strong burst damage kills. Though they're a little less baity, they can definitely engage on their own as opposed to berserkers.
And I think something that is barely talked about with them is actually the little micro you can do with them, which is popping yours in on cooldown in regards to that buffing your team. And if you're a good team, you can have the second one pushing in there just as that cooldown ends, so you've got that extended stats on your units or your base units.
Ooh, nice pickup there from de Poel onto Intesix.
That must have been a ballista shot.
Yeah, there goes another shot, but that one is off the charts.
Opting for a similar defense, by the way. Not so much up the stairs, but still opting for that kind of forward defense from NoBeaches.
Yep, all towers hit though. That is definitely a different situation here.
You can definitely see an interesting thing from KEBABs. They're posturing a little bit on this this tab right breach here, not letting them get anything done here.
Yep.
Well, you see them looking to maybe walk up that siege tower, but definitely nothing committal right now.
Yeah, and I like what you said, that those 4 players on the right there, like the Hob Sergeants, the Claymore, the Varangian, and the Palace Guards, those are like a really strong unit, high DPS, good front lines. Very diverse set of units as well. Very different from the Modao and Reaper meta that we saw last season.
Absolutely.
I think with the increase in the abilities of VG, they're or I guess now decrease after the nerf, but even still, they're performing fairly well for what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And Palace Guards have consistently performed fairly well with their positions. Though interestingly enough, they're going for a what I think is the wrong line on Palace Guard. I forget what the actual top versus bottom line is, but he's going for the shield wall version
Oh,
of
that
Palace
is the
Guards.
bottom line. Yeah.
The bottom line, yeah, the bottom line definitely not the greatest line for Palace Guards in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. But he might be
Best
picking
can
it
play the charge,
for
best
just
damage
this
one.
match. Yeah. I mean, against Falconetti, this Palace Guards in brace formation, they can actually hold their position. They will be shot back anyway, so might be a specific pick in this situation. Yeah.
Very well, very well may be.
Exposing those Falcos might not have been the best decision from Lorna of the Brave right there, kind of telling NoBeaches exactly where they are with the other special units.
Mm-hmm.
But it's already a push down these tab right stairs.
Yeah, definitely.
Get in the space. No cav charge to counter this like it was on NoBeaches though.
No. They have majority infantry units right now out for KEBABs. NoBeaches is definitely posturing a little bit.
Absolutely. Oh, nice catch here. I just want to point out that KEBABs trying to flank again through the beach after having so many units on the left side. We're going to focus on the fight though soon, I think. But NoBeaches is like matching the flank from KEBABs. KEBABs on the point though, guys. Let's see what's going to happen here.
There's that fight from the corner. Palace Guards and Claymores right into them, but they are going to get absolutely shat on by these Falconettis from this flank.
And also
And nothing from the other side to help them. Nothing from the other side.
That tab left. They got called to push in. You can see the exact moment they were called to push in, and then there was no response from the other side. They expected them to do a little bit more, and now they're all able to rotate back onto that A point, and it's going to be very nearly a cap. We'll see if it actually closes out here at any point. Those they need those KEBABs.
Yeah, KEBABs are getting in the kills now though, but NoBeaches is definitely on the attack there on the supply as well, interrupting it there with our niggers, with caps coming in for KEBABs here.
Straight into a bunch of medals. But A has already been taken.
You do see them pulling a lot of their cav now, though maybe a little bit late if bad to say. I think it's definitely a little easier to hold the A point on this map than it is the home.
They continue to go though. The Chevalier is also coming in from the side. KEBABs still pretending as if they have the A point. They want to clean up as many units as they can here.
Those Chevaliers charging in, but the retinue's not coming in until a little bit later, losing a little bit of them unnecessarily to a poleaxe.
Yep, and I wonder if KEBABs can make it out in time now though, because the respawn for NoBeaches is right in front of the gate and you can see it. They are gonna catch some of these Chevaliers out if they're not quick enough.
I think they may have lost all the actual Chevalier units. They just have the retinue left over here. Significantly weaker than with it.
Absolutely, yeah. We still got 10 minutes on the clock. Both teams having around 600, 700 units there. We're seeing some of the guys still with all units, but most have lost 1 or 2. Amumu is actually down 2 units. Same for Sexy Q. That is on KEBAB side.
Barely any units lost. I think that counter is not correct, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking at the units killed and I'm thinking, no, that is not correct there.
Definitely not correct.
Alright guys, confirmed. The bars at the top of the screen do not match what is really happening. The tabs does show some stuff, not exactly how we want it, but it does show you that quite a few players from KEBABs are only on like a gray or a green unit right now.
Looking for this forward defense again. We've seen this time and time again not working, but it's something that KEBABs will try against them. I think this might have been where those changey bands kind of came into place. But I don't know. I see too many teams lose from this positioning right here. It's actually quite an open space for you, even though you're sat in a corner. It's not like where you've got your back up against the wall.
Looking for some big Zyclean plays right there.
Absolutely.
Not getting as many hits as I would have liked, but we're gonna have a Shenji play there in a second. There's another Zyclean throw.
Not really as many as they would like.
Units
But,
of
yeah.
Falconettis, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Firing onto that home point.
I didn't even notice that in the setup.
Hydra. That is something to do with home point, and nothing from KEBABs to kind of get. They're giving them the space. I don't see any unit for KEBABs apart from these units to the side, but they are being kind of pushed away from these Falconettis. They need to stay in the corner. What a good kind of setup to your attack with those Falconettis.
And I just
They
want
have a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, go on.
Alright, I just want to emphasize how these two teams are so different. KEBABs, the quality players, we talked about it so much. Once again, I mean, these individual skills from these players, it is so high. And meanwhile, NoBeaches, they are just picking this team apart, playing it very methodically. And let's see what they're going in here.
A lot of cav and a lot of Chevaliers. Just
Oh,
on that back
pushing
supply.
right into that corner. This is why you don't like it. You push over and in, and that's wipes them, and then all they have to do is push straight onto the point.
You do get that massive charge into the back, though I don't know how much eco it got. It charged directly into some Modao in the front there, blocking. I think they got a little bit eco on it.
Oh, good.
But again, another
star
star charge directly into some Modao. Oh, down bad.
Still starting to pick up some of those hero kills, but then the cav coming in for NoBeaches, kind of evening that out with a 2 or 3, 4 hero kills down for KEBABs. 5 now
3
in
more
total.
Chevaliers.
Watch this
2
though,
more
KEBABs is
stars
coming with a
being
5-man
held.
stack cav from the supply. They're trying to clean this up and they're gonna have to.
And they got them on the move. A few of those
Absolutely.
Modaos still stopping them. And NoBeaches bringing in their own cav to counter. But they do not have the Chevalier force that KEBABs has over in the back, holding it like a siege, but definitely a little stronger. And you got to look out for that trap. It does hit the back of that point.
Yeah, good dodge there from KEBABs. Looks like he saw it coming, and this is actually KEBABs' hold. We didn't maybe expect this, but KEBABs managed to find a win in this fight. It's not over yet, but definitely a good fight from them. Let's see
Certainly
if NoBeaches can get
even
it.
them out.
Yeah.
A few people on no units left, so Ghost X, by the way, Sexy Q. Barely any units for Barbar or Sexy KEBAB, but they've got a few units left with them. But again, forcing NoBeaches onto some of these less priority units. Also, Gwed, no units as well. Players like Sicko just either got his Martels or his Cocos. That's such a good swing for KEBABs that it's almost looked lost. In regards to that.
Yeah. And now the individual skills might matter so much. I mean, now that there's so few units left on the field, if you can take out those heroes, that is actually going to make a lot of difference here. It might turn into a deathmatch at some point. We've still got 5 minutes on the clock though.
Interestingly enough, we do have some monastic knights. Haven't seen those in a while.
Yeah, welcome back, boys.
From Toasty Cruncher. Interesting setup. Unfortunately, KEBABs do have that Chevalier pressure, and I don't know if anyone's seeing the new change to this map with the this little square wall in the corner here that they added. I don't know why they added it, but there's right between spawn point and home.
Yeah, that's true. That is actually a bug. It's moved from the supply point to that location. It's gonna go somewhere, but alright, KEBABs going through the courtyard here. Oh, actually, it should be NoBeaches, so my bad. NoBeaches here, finding some kills there.
They're set up back in that corner again. The Chevaliers.
Trap ready.
This trap might be too short here.
Now they just need to let their retinues do a lot of the damage to all these Modaos. There's no shields on the side of NoBeaches, and that's all they have to do. They have to just wait for the hero damage.
Yeah, you can see KEBABs. They're trying to dive into the Zagalian militia and on those bagpipers. Actually, bagpipers being played here.
I'm just watching those Chevaliers. those retinues are doing work.
But also the Cocos away from NoBeaches, clearing up pretty much one unit of retinues right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Barbar in there with his cav again.
Ooh, here comes the pike advance. This might be the go button. Another pike advance.
And
I saw a charge right from the side, didn't get too much value. But then another one that's coming through. This one might get a bit more. That's how Hydra. Oh, he gets
those
stopped.
Chevaliers, they're going to be doing work here.
Love the Brave running into that cavalry, looking like Jon Snow against. Looking like Jon Snow. But they're clearing up on the heroes on the side of NoBeaches. KEBABs actually losing a lot of heroes.
Yeah,
right
it felt like KEBABs were winning at first, but now NoBeaches is actually pushing back. And looks like those retinues are out of ammo or something. They're running.
Running on to the point as well.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very low unit situation. I want to. This will be interesting to see who wins this and close it out.
And we still have those monastics going. Look at these tanky boys here, trying to save the game.
Just looking at KEBABs units, they barely have any left. Even if they do come back to life, it's mostly just heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, neither do NoBeaches. It's just a shitload of people that they basically got alive. But they're slowly losing on these hero kills. They've got 7 people on the home with some Village Watchmen. I think they might just take this unless Yomige can do something.
About to capture the final flag.
No, just one Azar from him. And Barbar coming on to delay the point with his short swords. NoBeaches clearing up those heroes on the side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so too few heroes seem to be alive here for KEBABs. NoBeaches is looking to make it at 2-0, boys. They're trying to upset this whole season after KEBABs took down Surf Slayers last week. And we now have NoBeaches trying to upset it against KEBABs.
Here is slowly sliding in from KEBABs, by the way, though. Can they keep this up for a minute and a half?
Yeah, I do wonder. I mean, there is no death limit here, but the death timers are getting longer, but they are still getting in there. Some Village Watchmen also holding that point.
Velki, last man alive on the point. Barbar pushed off. Adam with some fortes just onto this side. Now this Sexy Q getting onto the point right at the end with some with Sexy KEBAB. And
they're delaying it just a little bit, but I think they might close it out with a NoBeaches win here. Congratulations. That's a
game.
2-0. Both very professional teams knowing what they're doing, and just a little bit too much pressure there from NoBeaches.
Oh wow, what a game here. NoBeaches taking the 2-0 against KEBABs, and such an impressive game this one. Way closer than the first one, where it felt like NoBeaches was clearly in control with all the cav play, but KEBABs striking back here, but just not enough, even though they did so well on that single last big engage there. Almost putting back the match. What do we feel about the heroes here? Hydra and Toasted Crunch are only place there. Yeah.
Click on Oh Hydra.
Oh Hydra, here you go.
Oh no.
Yeah.
50 retinue, green crossbowmen. Oh, that's I don't know if those are the
part. It's 1.5 million unit damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
like the amount of retinues that is killed. It's absolutely insane. Like almost every player has above 10 or 20 of those killed.
And Oh Hydra coming in at the very tail end there with his Chevaliers. I saw that doing a lot of work. I'm imagining that's where he got a lot of those kills from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can also look at this.
1.7 million unit damage.
Insane. You can also look at Sexy Atlasam. He also got 40 retinue kills there, and good games from those players. Oh man, it was insane. If you look at the fights, like the first one, clearly in favor. And I gotta say this right, of the NoBeaches. I mean, the colors are so. I don't even know anymore.
It's very, very even.
KEBABs winning the first fight, I think. Oh no, right? Well, anyway, it was close fights. The first and the last one clearly in favor of one of the teams. I'm mixing the colors up now that is all switched around.
KEBABs was blue.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So KEBABs, by the way, at the end of that game had 13 units left,
Mhm.
and NoBeaches had just 102 left. That is nuts, considering they brought 1100 strength each.
Mhm.
And 31 hero kills still for KEBABs, and then 45 for NoBeaches. They lost on those hero kills. Talking about those player versus player, they certainly brought it to them, didn't they?
Mhm.